suck. I hate your guts. And that's not really exactly what you're saying, but it gives that impression to people. There's two ways that can receive. There's a few different ways it can be received. One is that they don't respond well to it all. They're like, oh, I hate you. I'm never going to do business with you guys. The second thing that can happen is that, it generates the response that you want. They come back and they say, oh, this just slipped through the cracks. I'm sorry. I didn't really mean to do that. Let's schedule a call or what have you. The third one is actually relief, which is kind of is the big point that I'm trying to make here is that there's some people who want to see that breakup email. So they're like, thank God I never have to hear from this person again. The problem is that for that group of people, it actually puts you in a bad position because you can never go back to them without being called a liar. You said, I'm never going to come back to you, and let's just not talk again if you don't respond to this. So then 3 months, 6 months down the road, if you do try to make that connection or initiate a conversation, they can just look at their email and say, well, you already told me that you weren't ever going to contact me again, and now you're back. So now you're a liar. Why would I do business with a liar? So that's really the main reason why I don't like that. I think it's a much better solution to say, look, it must not be a good time for you. Let's try again in a couple of months. So what that does is it puts them in a position, that category of people, that third group of people that are experiencing that relief, puts them in a position where they kind of have to reply, because if they don't, you're just going to come back in 3 months. And if you're using an automated tool like BlueTick or a variety of other things that are out there that is scheduled to send another email after 3 months, then you've actually done a couple of different things. One is you've put them in a position where they had to answer, or they're probably going to hear back from you. But most people aren't going to follow up 3 months later. But if you have software in place that will follow up 3 months later, now you've done something else. You've actually proven, hey, this person is true to their word. They will follow up. They're going to get through, and they're going to do what they said they're going to do. So it actually puts you in a much better light than if you were to send them a breakup email and then try to contact them 3 months later.
All right, so you've changed it from being a breakup email to, hey, we're just putting this on pause and we'll be back in a few months' time. I really do like that approach, because it allows you, to open up the possibility that, hey, you can come back and approach them in the future. Whereas if you go the other route, then it's a dead end. You can't go down there anymore because you've closed it off. You've ended that relationship.
Right.
Awesome. All right. Well, I loved how you finished that, actually. I think that's a good way to end this, Mike. I really appreciate you taking the time out today for everyone. If people have maybe some questions or want to reach out and find out more about you or the software, how do they go about that?
Sure. So the best place to go is you can either email me directly, mike@bluetick.io, or you can just go to bluetick.io. Check out if you're interested in kind of implementing the process that I built the software around. Bluetick.io is the best place to go for that. And there's various pieces of information on there that kind of walk you through it.
Excellent. Well, I highly encourage everyone, go get yourself automation tool to do your emails, because yes, you can start doing all of these processes that will work for you. You can test and analyze and start seeing the extra results, not just in terms of responses, but for your bottom line as well. But Mike, really appreciate your time once again.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.